Kaya mo ba silang makita na nahihirapan, umiiyak, sumisigaw, nagmamakaawa? Kakayanin bang lunukin ng konsensya mo ang mangyayari sa kanila? Kailangan mo may isang mamamatay para may isang mabubuhay? Kung hindi tayo, sino? Kung hindi ngayon, kailan?
On March 6, 2019, Metro Manila faced a water scarcity. About 10,000 households are affected due to La Mesa Dam water level that dropped 68.93 meters above sea level. However, La Mesa Dam's water is from Ipo Dam that is actually connected to Angat Dam. And Angat Dam's water level usually has high water level of 200 meters above sea level. Was it because of El Nino? As you all know, El Nino refers to the large-scale ocean atmospheric climate interaction linked to a periodic warming in sea surface temperature across the central and east-central equatorial Pacific. Due to the demand of the people from the Manila, the government brought up again the construction of Kaliwa Dam.
The Kaliwa Low Dam proposed by the Philippine government in 2012 was one of the many large-scale water supply schemes in the upper part of the Kaliwa River Basin proposed by the Philippine government since the 1970s. The proposed Kaliwa Low Dam concept had a capacity of 600 million liters per day, and the water supply tunnel had a capacity of 2,400 MLD. Had it been built, the Kaliwa Low Dam was meant to relieve the need for the Angat Dam, Manila's only water storage facility. It was the key component of the current centennial water source Kaliwa Dam project in Tanay Rizal, which also called for the development of a water supply tunnel and other related facilities. The proposal was initially conceived as a broader, interconnected structure that involved a second dam plan called Laiban Dam further upstream. However, the government agreed on a plan to construct the scheme in phases, and only Stage 1, including the Kaliwa Low Dam and the water supply tunnel, was accepted under the administration of Benigno Aquino III. When the proposal did not go forward until the end of the Aquino administration, the succeeding Duterte administration agreed not to follow the planned Kaliwa Low Dam plan in Japan, but chose to pursue a larger China-funded dam project. Sponsored by the Chinese government by Official Development Assistance or OADA from China, the 12.2 billion pesos Kaliwa Dam project will be implemented by China Energy Engineering Corporation.
Sierra Madre, which also known as the backbone of Luzon. This is the longest mountain range in the Philippines. It covers the northeast coast of Luzon Island, serving as natural shield against typhoons coming from the Pacific Ocean. The range also comprises numerous watersheds that serves the adjacent cultural lands in central Luzon and Cagayan Valley. It is also where 20 of the country's protected areas and forests are located, including the La Mesa Watershed Reservation and the Upper Marikina River Basin Protected Landscapes. It has a land area of approximately 1.4 million hectares, spanning 10 provinces named Cagayan, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, Quirino, Nueva Ecija, Aurora, Bulacan, Laguna, and Quezon. The continuous forest landscape represents about 40% of the country's forest cover. The continuation of the proposed project may result in the destruction of biodiversity in Sierra Madre, since the actual project is situated in Kaliwa River, the sacred place for the Dumagat Remontados tribe. This also includes the destruction of 5,000 homes of indigenous groups and the loss of habitat to 126 species in 300 hectares such as Philippine eagle, Philippine deer, Philippine warty pigs, and other endemic species found in the Philippines, and the 100,000 residents downstream. Under Republic Act No. 8371 of 1997, it is said that it was lauded for its respect for the cultural integrity of indigenous people, the right to their territories, and the right to self-directed growth of these lands. In layman's terms, before building an infrastructure in an ancestral place of an indigenous tribe, it must have a consent from the place's tribe. But in Kaliwa Dam's case, one of the Dumagat Remontando's tribe leader said that there are no consent or any deal that happened between them and the MWSS, or the Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System. These lead to an alternative water solutions that are both cheaper and more sustainable, such as watershed rehabilitation, repairing and improving existing dams or water distribution facilities, and water conservation policies from various experts.
In our country, the Bonifacio Water Corporation provides BGC residents with a strong, uninterrupted water supply via large water reservoirs. The town also has integrated facilities for collecting, treating, and disposing of sewage. By creating an underground drainage detention system that holds up to 22 million liters of water and releases it under controlled conditions, residents can rest easy that they won't experience flooding. The storm drain facility, located underneath the Padre Burgos Circle, is an underground drainage detention structure with a diameter of 72 meters, almost as wide as EDSA, and stands as a 5-story building. The catchment basin, which can hold as much as 22 million liters of water, is part of an elaborate drainage system that traps water accumulating on the roads, parking lots, and sidewalks after a downpour. In controlled conditions, water stored in the detention tank is then released to adjacent bodies of water, leading to Manila.
Water treatment is any method that increases the consistency of water in order to make it safe for a given end use. End usage can include drinking water, agricultural water supply, drainage, river flow management, water recreation, or many other applications, including healthy return to the ecosystem. Step-by-step water treatment process. Coagulation and flocculation are also the first steps in handling of sewage. Chemicals with positive charge shall be applied to the water. The positive charge of these substances neutralizes the negative load of soil and other dissolved particles in the bath. As this happens, the particles bind to the chemicals and form bigger particles called floc. During sedimentation, floc sinks down to the bottom of the water supply due to its weight. Once the floc has settled to the bottom of the water supply, the clear water on top will pass through filters of varying compositions, sand, gravel, and charcoal, and pore sizes in order to remove dissolved particles, such as dust, parasites, bacteria, viruses, and chemicals. After the water has been filtered, a disinfectant, for example chlorine and chloramine, may be added in order to kill any remaining parasites, bacteria, and viruses, and to protect the water from the germs when it is piped to homes and businesses. Be cautious with the water intake you are consuming per day, for there are people whose lifestyle is at major risk, just for the sake of other people. Beware of what is happening around you.